everybody, welcome back to the We Like Dota League. I'm Whitehawk. We've got a Circlet division matchup for you this week. Ravens Black Death versus Bring Me the Lamp. Should be a good one. Both of these teams up at the top of their division, so expecting this to be quite a competitive one. We are into the draft already, so let's go ahead and take a look. Rubik, the first ban by Ravens Black Death. Bring Me the Lamp. 2-0 with the Rubik so far in the league, so makes sense to see that get taken out. Warlock, Nature's Prophet bans. Their response from Bring Me the Lamp.
Dyer's turn to ban.
Ravens Black Death, they've shown that they're willing to play Nature's Prophet a bit. At least once this year. I gotta be careful because they are a team that's been around for quite a while, so when I look at the stats, I need to make sure I'm only looking at stats for this year. Keeper of the Light taken away by Ravens Black Death. The Warlock, I think that is a classic hero of itself.
It is Dyer's ban.
Death Prophet can be the ban. No profits in this game, says Bring Me the Lamp.
5 seconds.
Whether it be Nature's
It
or Death, nobody will be having a prophecy today.
10 seconds.
Vengeful Spirit the ban to round out Bring Me the Lamp side of things.
5 seconds remain.
I know we were watching Zach play some good Venge last week, and it was a little bit of a silly matchup between Ravens Black Death and Natural Born Philistillers. That's right. Doom taken out and into the Winter Wyverns, one of the stronger supports that we've seen in this meta. Also can be flexed over to the mid lane as an option, or the off lane.
10 seconds. Turn to back.
A nice opening to the draft. Bring Me the Lamp. They pick up the Lion. Had some success with it already this year. It is one of the other, I'd say these two heroes, Winter Wyvern and Lion, two of the top of the meta support heroes right
10
now.
seconds remain.
Lion is one of the most contested heroes
5
in the league thus far. 19 picks, 20 bans.
It is Radiant's ban.
Actually, interesting stats. Because Lion, when picked, has a 58% win rate in the league. Has a 45% win rate for the team that bans the Lion. Which means it's almost worse to ban the Lion. It's like slightly better, but it's like you're just in trouble if you're not getting Lion.
5 seconds.
Abaddon Timbersaw bands coming out for Ravens Black Death. So after that Doom, going after all of these highly durable, typically offlane heroes. There's definitely some flex in these. The Lamp, also Timbersaw enjoyers, so these are well-informed
Dyer must choose.
bans for the side of Ravens Black Death. Viper going to be the ban from Bring Me the Lamp. That is still sitting at the top of the list for most contested hero of the league so far. 8 picks, 34 bans. Nobody wants to play against a Viper.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds remain.
Now, Bring Me the Lamp to open up this middle phase of the draft. See what they're going to scoop up here. Possibly just another support to round things off, or maybe like an offlaner to kind of solidify the direction they're going, set up their offlane duo, because that's usually where the line will end up. It's going to be the Dawnbreaker. This might be a little bit of a flex hero for them. I don't recall. It's actually the first time they're going to pick it up this league. So, will be interesting to see
remain.
where they choose to put the Dawnbreaker.
5 seconds. Radiant's turn to pick.
Earthshaker.
So the Earthshaker going to be the response from Raven's Black Death. Also offers the gentleman's agreement to not pick Viper, but pretty banned out. Guess maybe planning for the next game. A little bit of a block pick too, because Raven's Black Death has been playing their fair share of the Dawnbreaker. I like that. Earthshaker pickup should be fun. Another hero that can pretty easily slot into either a support or core role. Have the potential for massive Echo Slams set up by the Curse from Wyvern. So I'm looking forward to seeing if they can pull that combo off. On the other hand, though, you have to be careful with a Dawnbreaker into Wyvern. It can be a good save for the Winter's Curse if you get your ult correctly timed on top of the Curse, then you can heal them up. But if you go too early, then you're going to connect and start joining in, hitting your friend inside the Curse. So, can be a little scary, but I'm sure Bring Me the Lamp planning to be careful about how they execute that. See if, there's still some pretty classic Dawnbreaker answers in the draft pool here. The Silencer and Nyx are both available, but I don't know if those are heroes that RBD likes to play. And those both typically fit into the support roles, and I think that's most likely where the Wyvern and Shaker are going. But there's definitely plenty of room between those heroes to flex things around. Has RBD played a Nyx Assassin? They have. That wasn't their one loss of the season. But it still seemed well played. We're going to pick up the Monkey King. Nice big damage dealer. Also can play well with the Winter Wyvern. Tons of team fight. All three of these heroes for RBD have just massive team fight ultimate abilities.
5 seconds remain. Dire must choose.
Shadow Demon.
Radiant's turn to pick.
Shadow Demon taken by Bring Me the Lamp into the Luna, so that's a nice classic combo to get the illusion spam going. Throw Disruption onto your Luna. Get 2 bonus Luna illusions to go hit high ground with.
10
This is
seconds.
now a very high damage lineup from Bring Me the Lamp. Definitely not the same amount of team fight, but you've got... the Shadow Demon also has a really nice save for all of this team fight. You can't really save for the Echo Slam. That ability just happens instantly. But you can get a hero taken out of the Monkey King ult, taken out of the Wyvern Curse. The Luna can be scary into the Wyvern Curse. I forget how the Glaives work in that situation. And it's going to be an Underlord for Raven's Black Death. So I think that likely means the Shaker and Wyvern are going to be the supports. Shadow Demon means the Dawnbreaker is going to be a core. Underlord has been interesting because his win rate in pub games is in the dumpster right now. But I feel like we've seen a lot of success with him in organized play. In this league,
10
he's
seconds.
won 4 out of the 5 games he's been picked in, so that's quite good.
5 seconds.
Get into our last set of bans here. Raven's Black Death going to take away
It is Dire's
the
ban.
Outworld Destroyer. Lena banned out by Bring Me the Lamp. OD ban makes me wonder if they're looking to go Faceless Void here, but you already have the Shadow Demon save for the Chrono. It doesn't look like an amazing Faceless game. We've also got Dawnbreaker. I don't think that's the direction they're going. I'm guessing it's just they don't want to play against an OD, and they know that that's mid-hero Bring Me the Lamp might go for. Not one they've played before, but it's... Oh no, it is one they've played before. Oh, and they popped off on it. They have a 25 KDA on this guy. Yeah, Shaza played
Radiant's turn to ban.
an 8-1 and 17. An OD game against H1. Ember Spirit, the other band. So it looks like both sides thinking about their mid heroes. Probably more likely the Monkey King is in the safe lane, but I think that's still potentially a flex.
10 seconds. Radiant must choose.
Primal Beast, the final ban for Raven's Black Death. So now we get into these last couple picks. See what these teams want to go for to round out their drafts. For the side of Raven's Black Death, I think you're looking for something like that Lina, something that's going to be able to sit outside the Wukong's command and bring damage in. Ooh, it's a Grimstroke, so I think that means the Wyvern's going to be core. That's my guess, because I really like the idea of the Wyvern going core here. You can get a double curse here, which I think is not necessarily good. And then Wind Ranger are going to be the pick for Bring Me the Lamp. So yeah, that'll be their mid laner. Yeah, Yield and Raven, and then Zac. Yeah, I think there's some flexibility for Raven's Black Death. Oh, so is this... I think this is a Comedy Bronze mid lane Earthshaker. And then Strilling on the carry Monkey King? I think that's what they're doing here. But I think it could also be flex. Comedy Bronze has the fully upgraded Earthshaker Arcana. That alone Oh, but there's the fully upgraded Wind Ranger Arcana with the bird. I am Whitehawk. I am a sucker for a good bird. That is like full kit on that Wind Ranger. That is the ultimate Wind Ranger cosmetic. Cygnus has that newer Dawnbreaker set, which looks great. I mean, this is a glorious hats draft. With the RGB Wyvern, Strilling's got a great monkey set with... Is that a Crimson Immortal for the staff? Oh, that's a hard call then. You've got two fully finished Arcanas, and I think that's the Crimson Witness Monkey King stuff. I feel like, how do you lose a hats draft if you have a Crimson Witness Monkey King stuff? I think it's gotta go to RBD. As for the actual draft itself, what do I like more here? I don't know. These are very interesting drafts. We're going to get the smoke out from Bring Me the Lamp. They're going to sit up on the high ground here. Now they'll make their way down as they regroup. He's a great courier to be a Monkey King with. The little guy. As is going to get seen throughout the auto attack. So Sterling comes out of the... Batman, thanks for joining us for the cast. Obviously, we'll not hear.
Just 30 seconds now.
Where's the Monkey King? One of these trees. There we go. I can't even see the name while he's in it. Mischief, that's what it is. Yeah, it looks like other than the Monkey King, both sides fully setting up on the opposite side.
Welcome one and all.
Strilling is going to look for something, but going to get stunned up. The runes will be split evenly. Nice stun from Tazficum to secure the bounty rune. Wills tips Zac. I'm guessing on the other bounty runes there is a bit of an interesting play going on that we didn't see. It's going to be Comedy Bronze. Okay, so it's Comedy Bronze on the position for Earthshaker. Laning with Wills on the Underlord, and then Zach's taking the mid lane with the Winter Wyvern. Winter Wyvern versus Wind Ranger matchup sounds like it should be potential for some kills. Both of these heroes can dish out damage. They have decent control options as well. They're going to get brought under tower. Zach cleaning up those last hits to get things started.
Keep your hands off.
Got MH Logia and almost Best Girl laning together up top. For the side of Bring Me the Lamp. MH Logia noticing that the indicator on the top. Comedy Bronze sends out the stun. They've got the got the blood grenade out, but Luna able to just walk that off. My brain is running slow today. Boundless Strike connects on Cygnus. Stun's getting traded either way. Old Raven throws out Stroke of Fate. Cygnus connects with the Starbreaker, and they follow that up with the Earth Spike. Blood Grenade as well. Silence out from Raven. Sterling trying to get away. Another Blood Grenade comes in, and it's first blood for Cygnus. Finds the kill on the Monkey King. Picks that up. For the side to Bring Me the Lamp. There's a spike out from Tosficum, but pulled back away.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Still pretty chill in our other lanes. Mid lane incredibly even in so far, 13-2 to 12-2. Both sides largely getting what they want out of this matchup. Down bot. It's getting a little spicy. Gonna be a battle for the Lotus. Boundless Strike connects. Sets up Sterling to pick it up. Just did that. He just got used immediately. Yeah. Everybody walks away. Tosficum gets brought low, doesn't go down. I wish there was... Okay, yeah, it goes to Wills. I wish there was a little pop-up like the kill feed for who gets the Lotuses, just for cast. Because it can be important in the beginning stage. Comedy Bronze, eating some harass. Wills get the delivery of half the mana boots before the courier goes down. Disruption out. Almost Best Girl gonna step up. A nice stun from onto 2 with the fissure. Blood Grenade comes out, MH Logia, and there's the Shadow Poison pop. Brings down Comedy Bronze. Second kill for Bring Me the Lamp. Down bot line getting a little low. Able to escape under the tower once again. Will connect. Sterling not looking to take the fight against the line just yet. Creep Wave getting pretty heavily pushed in. Zach way under the tower. Creep Wave in a little bit of an interesting spot here. Lamp, bringing the pressure back out from under their tower. A spike out on the Sterling, and there's the mana drain.
Bounty.
You can be able to... There's Zach getting brought low now, over in the mid lane. Gaza. We'll line up a power shot here to find path without the creeps. We turn around and throw it now. Zach low on mana. No bottle charges to speak of. Not on the Wind Ranger either, though. And out connects with the creep wave. Oh, but the power shot just dodged by Zach. I'm going to turn with the Splinter Blast. Hero's getting pretty low, but playing well around their limits here. Get the rotation for a little early, but setting up for the 6-minute runes. Comedy Bronze going to follow Osfeekum over here. Going to get the mana restore as well. Feels really good for Shaza, and that has the potential to turn things around as both mid laners can be waiting for that rune. Back just looking to set up on a top. Both mids going to get level 6. So Focus Fire and Curse. They're available. Rune spawns bot. That's going to go the way of Shaza. Meanwhile, over in the top lane, Comedy Bronze is away from the lane. Means that they're able to pick up the kill on Wills. Logia just surviving, and best girl. All set. Down in the bot lane. Similarly with the line out of the lane, Cygnus taking some heat, but doing A-okay on the Dawnbreaker. Actually, no point in the Curse yet. It's the 3rd point in Arctic Horn and Splinter Blast. Now there's the shield rune used, going to immediately try to TP away from the Focus Fire. And no Shackle Shot available, means Zach does manage to escape, throws out the voice line. It's a fantastic response from Shaza. For a spike out onto Strilling, Cygnus stepping up, not going to commit the Starbreaker just yet. Almost best girl sitting a little low up top. Strilling looking to bound the strike in behind the tower, hits Cygnus, but then just gonna back away. Logia gets the B ward, 3 blocks, a large camp. Willis doing well on the last, but 17 denies this Underlord. It's gonna get disrupted here, returns. Has the Pit of Malice. Fissure is going to block off Willis from pursuing, so in the lamp, they're going to be able to escape here. Bot, there's a stun out on Cygnus with the creep wave. I think that might have been a stomp. Yeah, because now going to use... Oh, unfortunate. The back creep with the Inkswell means that it doesn't manage to catch up to get the stun in. And bring me the lamp. Illusion Rune found by Shaza. Those to clear out some of the creeps. Things pretty chill again. BBG mostly just hitting jungle creeps at this point. Logia, you're gonna help out with some illusions. You get to help tank the damage, although yeah, if the illusions get the kills, that does turn into last hits for the Shadow Demon instead of the Luna, so can be a little awkward. Strilling farming up. Talspeakum is going to step over and scout this. Throws out the Earth Spike and the Mana Drain. Just being annoying to Strilling. He's now going to turn and try to hit Talspeakum, but has the Hex. No mana to speak of for Strilling. Earth Spike. Now Cygnus going to jump over towards the top lane, try to connect with Willis. Does manage to step away, but eventually gets brought down, and just enough health for almost best girl to get out. Cygnus going to TP right back down to bot. Sterling looks to jump in. Cygnus is sitting low after taking that engagement. Air Spike comes out on Sterling into the Hex. Get the rotation over from the Shadow Demon. Logia going to connect. Sterling going to be able to back away.
Should look to their top tower.
We'll look at our net worth chart. The win range are up at the top,
For Dire's middle tower.
followed by the Dawnbreaker, but very close. I mean, everybody within like a less than 700 gold range.
Dire should look to their middle tower.
Be really unhappy with where things are at. Bring me the lamp. Doing quite a bit of posturing down on the bottom side of the map.
Dyer's top
Maybe just
tower
looking to
is
take away
under
some
attack.
farm from where the Monkey King is. Now it looks like they're going to make a rotation over towards Zac. Doesn't have a ton of mana, but does have enough for Winter's Curse.
Dyer's
Well, I'm going to
middle
have to be
tower
careful about
is
how they
under
position. Zac's going to smell it, have the vision in the river. Scout this out. Earthspike connects. Poison stacks coming up into the Hex. Power Shot as well. Here's the Shackle. Doesn't have anything to lash to. Turns for the Curse. Be able to escape the Focus Fire. Was just hanging on to that. Makes Logia has the save with the Disruption. Splinter Blast comes out, so everybody walk away from this one.
Dyer's bottom tower is in danger.
Meanwhile, Strilling can get plenty of damage in on the bot tower.
Radiant's
Vika
middle
makes that
tower is
rotation.
under attack.
That'll be the first tower to fall. Top RBD have gotten a good amount of damage into this top tower. Getting Chip in, pushing the wave out with Wills.
Dyer's middle tower is under attack.
Cygnus working on that Echo Saber. They only want to count to 3 instead of 4. Comedy Bronze looking for the Echo Slam. Going to find it on Shaza. The heals are there from the Cygnus. Comes in with the Solar Guardian. Comedy Bronze now just trying to escape. Chase forward with Cygnus. It's going to take some tower shots. Cygnus is going to try to turn. Gets the stun onto 2.
Dominating, I guess.
With the Fissure. Wills goes down in the back line meanwhile, but they get a return kill on Cygnus, so both offlaners end up falling.
Middle tower
That gives another Shadow Poison pop.
top tower.
Finished off Wills. Comedy Bronze goes down as well.
Radiant's top tower is in danger.
Bring me the lamp. Continuing to build a lead here.
Top tower is no more.
We find that top tower.
Have fortified their
Plenty of damage
structures
coming out,
against
especially
attack.
with the aura from the Luna hitting the Wind Ranger. Nice little combo there. Zac is going to find a tower meanwhile in the mid lane. Set up with a Fissure into the Arctic Curse. Splinter Blast as well, trying to bring down Shaza. And Comedy Bronze will finish it off with the Enchanted Totem. He's forward towards Cygnus as well. Logia shows up to help relieve some of the pressure. Tasvika stepping over as well. And now EBG going to connect on the side. Fissure lands on the Luna. That's a lot of damage from that Fissure.
Under attack.
Comedy Bronze maxing the Fissure first. Strilling. I've been seeing this happen in some of my games recently. Stuck in the stunned animation. This looks very goofy. You can't even see the auto attacks happening.
Dyer should look to their top tower.
Now we're gonna get a Hex out. Comedy Bronze. They try to chase down Strilling. No, over on the other side, ult out, and they do finish off Strilling. Finds the Finger of Death. It's gonna be the first stack there for Tasvika. Apologize for my
Dyer's middle tower
observing
is under
there,
attack.
missing a couple of those kills, but
Radiant should look to their bottom tower.
bringing me the lamp up 8-2 now. Still just a 1k net worth lead as both sides. Still finding plenty of farm. Mask of Madness done on Almost Best Girl. And on the Dragonlance next. Thrilling, looks like that animation's been fixed on the death. We're on the Battle Fury, so just looking to get plenty of farm in for this Monkey King. So that they can scale all the way into the late game. Also gives you extra damage in the Wukong's command. I believe. Witchblade done on Winter Wyvern, so plenty of damage coming out from the Arctic Burn.
Eager to know Dyer's top
Mage Slayer queued up for Zac as well, so that'll be their answer for some of the magic damage on Bring Me the Lamp side.
is in danger.
down bot. Shaza going to set up with Shackle on Comedy Bronze. Fissure doesn't connect. So the Earthshaker is just going to be torn apart. Meanwhile, the Curse out on Almost Best Girl, but there's the Dawnbreaker ult again. So Leer Guardian comes in, heals them up. A nice Shackle from Yield Raven. Cygnus just trying to get out now. Zac in the Cold Embrace, healing himself up. Shaza trying to reconnect. Gets the Shackle out onto Zac. Have the Focus Fire available. Creeps chasing down the Winter Wyvern, but now they turn the Silence from Raven. They bring down Shaza. They continue to chase over towards Zac. And right on the edge, but eventually goes down to Tazvika. Stun up now. Wills has the Pit of Malice, so that's going to let them escape. The slow from the Mana Drain is so big. Comes with Poison Stacks. The big Echo Slam onto both of the supports. Omni Bronze connects in. Mana Drain coming out as well, but Fissure is beautifully set up on the 3. Omni Bronze finds the kill. Sterling reconnects. Wills does go down, but then Raven finishes off MH Logia with the Phantom's Embrace.
Death is your true value realized.
Nice fight from Raven's Black Death there.
There is little hope for Radiant's middle tower. Radiant should look to their middle tower. Middle tower has fallen. Dire should look to their bottom tower.
Going not far away from that Battle Fury now. Only a few hundred gold. Getting some damage out onto that bottom tier 2.
Tower is under attack.
Become storing that mana on Cygnus. Let Dawnbreaker work. Also picks up the stack. Almost Best Girl going to become able to come over, quickly clean up that stack. Nice bit of farm for the Luna. Net worth still incredibly close between the cores. Slight lead that Bring Me the Lamp has is mostly a difference in the supports at this point. Bring Me the Lamp. Staying pretty grouped up here. Not necessarily looking to take a fight together at this moment, but
Radiant are scanning for enemies.
making sure that they're not going to get punished by big initiation. Now it looks like they are going to try to make a rotation in behind Strilling. Or just look to push down this bottom tier 1, it looks like.
Dire should look
Get the
to their
illusions,
top
chipping
tower.
away at the camps,
Radiant's
and
bottom tower is under attack.
tower.
Earth's bounty.
Radiant's bottom tower is in danger. Radiant have fortified their structures
He'll
against
sneak a
attack.
Fortify in, does mean he won't have it for a bit. Strilling scouting things out. Actually going to discover a ward here. They're going to connect with Cygnus, and Strilling is just going to get deleted.
You really need to work on your
Pings out that the ward is there because unfortunately ends up getting seen. Many Bring Me the Lamp heroes in the area there. And yeah, with that Fortify down, it's going to open the door here for Bring Me the Lamp to just go right at this bottom tier 2 tower. Monkey King to help defend, and it looks like Raven's Black Death, they're just going to have to concede this one. Zac does pop a Damage Amp Rune in the mid lane. They're going to try to get the counter push going. Bottom tower does fall. See where Bring Me the Lamp want to respond to this. Shaza's going to TP right to the tower, gets the Shackle, doesn't connect with a tree, so Zac going to be able to step away. Raven scouting things out towards the front. See the ping of the ward. Logia going to try to get in and deward that. Yeah, it's going to see it with the Shadow Poison. It's tricky to deward with because you only get vision for a moment.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now Zac still working with the Damage Amp Rune for a little bit. Now Tazvika will step over, help with the deward. We do have the Blink Dagger ready on the Lion.
Dire
That
should
will
look
be
to their top tower.
good source of initiation for the side of Bring Me the Lamp. This little stack here. Keeping ABG's farm going. Cygnus has the Echo Saber working on the Desolator. Using Dawnbreaker as an option to Really amp up the physical damage. Shaza scouting out, gonna get the shackle, the focus fire out on Strilling. I'll speak him there with the connection, and Strilling will be brought down. Bring me the lamp. A lot of them playing down here on the bot side of the map, wondering if they are looking to set up for a Roshan take. Definitely have ways to get it brought down pretty early. I think, is this a Mage Slayer on the way for Wind Ranger? No, it's an Orchid. Yeah, Orchid done on Shaza, so that's going to be... I imagine that's a timing that Bring Me the Lamp wants to fight around. Got most of a Shiva's Guard done on Wills. Needs to get to that recipe, but has the Veil of Discord. Down bot, Shaza finds the pick off on Raven. Getting Vision out in jungle, but has this Observer Ward to work with. He hopes he find it. They do already have this tower, so will they decide to go high ground and more pushing to be done in the bot lane. So Will's gonna respond to the Dawnbreaker ult from Cygnus. And get in there and help Zac. Both teams with these offlaners with global presence. Cygnus is going to set up with the stun. Zac, Omni Bronze with the Fissure. Shaza now trying to come in with the power shot. Zac just going to try to TP away, but the Moonbeam is there. And Zac is brought down. 15-6 now, Bring Me the Lamp out to a pretty solid lead at this point. Arcane Rune for Shaza. Continue to chase forward through the Pit of Malice for his Wills. Raven throws out Soulbind, but nothing to leash to. Tazfikum doing a good job staying, keeping their distance. Cygnus comes in right at the end of it. Shackle into the damage. MH Logi actually picks that one up. Now the Hex out from Tazfikum. Mana Drain. Will's trying to escape. Shadow Poison stacking up, and there's another Focus Fire available. Maelstrom Frog's coming in. Shaza does have to be a little bit careful as Omni Bronze is in. Massive Echo Slam. As... I don't know. I think that was a disruption that didn't appear. I think that was actually a 6 save from MH Logia, though. Shaza was on very low health. That had to have been what kept Shaza off the map for a couple seconds. Omni Bronze at least finds the return kill there. Punishes the chase onto a very difficult hero to bring down, especially Atrophy Aura as Zac with a Curse. Brings down MH Logia, and now almost Best Girl completely blocked in by this Fissure. Beautiful positioning from Comedy Bronze. It's getting brought low, but there's the heals from Zac and Granis Black Death. They get pretty solid sequence going here. Ag's being looked at next by Zac. Lets the core Winter Wyvern build really come online because you can have Arctic Burn being used basically permanently. It does becomes a toggle and drains your mana, so you have to conserve your mana there, but RBD, they're going to look to head bot. Their team. They've got just under a minute if they want to take the Roche while it's on the Radiant side. It looks like they're pretty well positioned to do so. Plenty of damage from Arctic Burn coming out from Zac. Strilling going to make the connection as well. As the Battle Fury most of the way to BKB. Ron's going to make the way over as well. They're going to get a smoke from 3 on Bring Me the Lamp. It looks like they're going to head through this portal. There's no ward out, and they have the scan. This could be trouble for Raven's Black Death. MH Logia is going to get the vision with a Shadow Poison. Turns with the Curse, though, 2-step into it. They have the Soulbind as well. So MH Logia going to be the first to go down. Cygnus is in. Finds the kill on Zac with the Solar Guardian. Strilling going to finish off the Aegis. Doesn't have a slot to pick it up yet. It's out on the deck. Shaza finally Strilling able to pick it up. Shaza chasing down Wills. Just trying to escape. Strilling now hunting up in the trees. Comedy Braun connects with stun onto Tazfikum. Silence from the old Raven, but immediately purged off by the Manta. Comedy Bronze in with another huge Echo Slam! Onto 2 with the creep wave. Gonna set up Sterling to jump in. The Primal Spring connects. And the Fissure from Comedy Bronze finishes off Shaza.
Phase of your journey is at an
Bring me the lamp. They end up losing 4 in a fight around the Roche pit, and Sterling picks up the Aegis, so now it's a slight net worth lead for the side of Raven's Back Death. Oh, look at that spike in the last few minutes. After that, there's a couple kills over in the mid and top lane into that Roche fight. Raven's Black Death suddenly fully in control of this game. EKB finish for Sterling means this Monkey King is very difficult to deal with now. Osfika is going to get spotted under the ward.
Killing spree.
Controlled up and brought down. Still goes to Wills for a killing spree. 4, 4, and 8 on the Underlord. Has that Shiva's Guard. Looking at a Blade Mail next. Mitigate some of that damage. Feels really nice into the Luna as well. Position where you're getting hit by the glaives. Oh, the Orchid used on the Wyvern illusion. That must have just been a rune. Ag's almost ready on Zac, so that's going to be
Dire's middle tower is
Wyvern
under
ready to
attack.
fight quite soon. Sterling scouting things out, keeping this wave pushed in. MH Logia trying to keep the pressure off.
Dire's bottom tower
Sterling
is
wants to
under
find the
attack.
kill here. Wary of what other heroes might be available. And actually gets disrupted up on the tree. Kind of wild. Illusion's gonna
Dire's bottom
force Sterling to
tower
back
is
away.
under attack.
Raven gonna connect here as well. Aether Lens on the way for the Grimstroke. Be able to hit those Soul Mines and Phantom's Embraces from farther away.
Dire's
Save
courier
with
has
the
been
Inkswell
killed.
also.
Dire's bottom tower has
Once they
fallen.
have the Agnum Shard.
bounty.
For my coffers.
Double time.
Bring me the lamp. Doing a pretty good job letting this Aegis run out. They're going to scout out Zac. Vision. You see the pings over there. Shaza. Gonna get seen. Zac places the Observer Ward. They do have the Agnum Scepter timing here for Zac.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
A minute and a half left to go on the Aegis. So I'm gonna Primal Spring down. Cygnus farming in the area. Just gonna TP away.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Give me the lamp. Just content to farm out this Aegis. Give up some of the map pressure that they have. It's gonna be this tier 2 tower falling, it looks like. See if Raven's Black Death look to
Dire's top tower is under attack.
set up here. They're playing around this good amount of vision that they have. Not gonna find a curse. He's gonna get Orchid and stunned up, and now Cygnus in the Finger of Death, the turnaround. Zac goes down. Tausficum survives the curse. Bring me the lamp. They find a big kill. 30 seconds to go on the Aegis. No Winter Wyvern means Raven's Black Death. We're not going to find a way to use the Aegis here. Things back to pretty even between these teams.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Raven looking to get the D-Ward, but almost best girl in the area. Lucent Beams. The damage from the Glaives overwhelms the Grimstroke. Ball.
His middle tower is
Desolator finished on Dawnbreaker. Looking at the Aghanim Scepter next. So after going the damage route, leaning more into the heals, that extended Solar Guardian in the Ags. Sterling working on the Aghanim Scepter as well. Get those passive monkeys spawning. Travel being looked at next by Zach. Only Bronze has mobility package with the Blink Dagger Force Staff. Looking at going the Yule Scepter next. This game, yeah, feeling incredibly even here. Down Sterling and ABG gonna walk into each other and just turn right back around. Neither wanted anything to do with each other at that point. Zach, though, wants revenge for that attempted kill on Toaspeakum before. The disruption saved Zach chipping away with that Arctic Burn. It does have the Demonic Cleanse from the Shard, so that helps keep Toaspeakum healed up. Survive that damage from the Wyvern. Like Bring Me the Lamp, they're going to set up around their buy angle. Maybe just to farm safely again, or look to hunt for something. Beck has the Boots of Travel out on the way. Maybe going to look to find Wills here. It's a tough target to bring down, but Toaspeakum will start things off. The Hex, perfectly chained in the stun. Shaza now with the Orchid. The Blade Mail, though, Shaza has to be careful here, but it has the BKB, so Finger of Death, Will's hexed up again, will get brought down by the Focus Fire from Shaza. Shaza didn't already have the finished Arcana. That would have been a great... Well, I guess it doesn't count in a game like this. That was a lot of damage from one Focus Fire, which is what has to get... what you need to get the upgraded Arcana. Zach gonna get found, Orchid. Is that another Focus Fire already? Yeah, just absolutely deleted. Bring Me the Lamp, once again, finding these quick kills. Hunt out for this Monkey King as well. Power Shot comes out, actually breaks the tree? Are you kidding me? Shaw's gonna look to connect. Oh my goodness, what a Power Shot. Does get up in the tree for a TP away. Oh, looks to do it again. Sterling able to escape. Oh my goodness. That was an insane Power Shot. Comedy Bronze and Raven and relieve the pressure of these Luna illusions. March down into the mid lane. Really waiting to see if somebody's going to step up to push this tower. Primal Spring out onto the creep wave, clear it out. Force Staff done on Lions, also going plenty mobile. Ags being worked on by MH Logia, get that second charge on the Purge Cleanse.
More of you.
30 seconds to the next Aegis. Both teams, I think, will be looking to play around that once it's up. See, it's going to be on the Radiant side for just a short period of time before moving back to the Dire. Let me Lamp. They are set up around the Roche Pit. It looks like Toaspeakum. Considering checking it out? No, just going to grab that Watcher. Pick up a Lotus. Also working with an Invis Rune, but Raven's Black Death, they're fully up on the top side. I'll actually be in a pretty good position because the scan's going either way. The team's not seeing each other. The team's thinking that they're playing around Roach, but not quite finding it. Trilling now, gonna look for the Primal Spring. Cygnus jumps to the hammer. Trying to back away, goes for the TP, but there's so much control available. No chance to get away, so Cygnus is going to go down. The rest of Bring Me the Lamp, they are going to follow Roche through the portal. But Raven's Black Death, they just want to look to go high ground. Sterling and Zac both sitting up in the trees. But Bring Me the Lamp, they're just at Roche, not committing to go into it yet.
Is under attack.
Fortify will come out to kill off that creep wave and push it in. Now we're gonna get Wills TPing bot with Zac to get this wave pushing back out. Looks like they do that in response to the supports TPing back home to defend the base. Does mean now, though, Shaza and Almost Best Girl, they stayed at Roche. And so as they see the Fiend's Gate get used, they're going to be able to just set up and bring down this Roshan's, bring the Lamp. They're going to pick up the second Roche, find themselves an Aegis and Cheese Strilling. Trying to find a kill on MH Logia, but Comedy Bronze has the Aghanim Scepter, so the Solar Guardian stuck on top of the Monkey King, even with the BKB, and get controlled up, tries to turn with the Wukong's command. Cygnus does get quite a bit of damage, and Taz Fecum, one more hit would do it. The damage coming out, Strilling's the one that goes down. Taz Fecum gets away with less than 50 HP on the Lion. Bring Me the Lamp, they play the map perfectly there. They get everything they want. They get RBD off of their top tower, not taking much damage. They get the Roche, and they find a big kill on the enemy carry. That was just beautiful map play. Zac gonna TP over the mid lane, Bring Me the Lamp. I mean, with an Aegis and a Luna, they are just looking to push down these towers. Almost Best Girl, no fear in the world. Immediately gonna step up. Dodges out the Splinter Blast. Manta, it's those illusions hitting. We're gonna get the Winter's Curse to turn the illusions against them, but there's the disruption. Takes ABG off the map. Force Staff in though, Force Staff back out. Another Force Staff to get ABG out of that pin of Malice. Now Shaza in on the backlines, has the Gleipnir to control them. The Dawnbreaker is going to look to connect, drops down in. ABG going to finish off the tower, Strilling in with the Wukong's command. Can they turn this around on Cygnus? Curse coming in, but there's the cheese and the save with the disruption. Almost Best Girl just backing away. Cygnus, he's brought down low. The Arctic Burn finally finishes them off. It's a trade of Cygnus for Raven. Bring the Lamp, they get the tower. Just going to look to back away. Sterling has that Aghanim Scepter done for the Monkey King. Looking for a good place to farm. Gonna find their way up to that top wave. See those monkeys getting started to spawn. Taz Fecum has that Aghanim Shard, of course. Spell immunity for the Lion whenever using Mana Drain, which means you can basically be spell immune permanently. Yeah, we saw the Force Staff. They're going to smoke up and head through the Twin Gate. Zac and Strilling are pretty alone out here. You're going to see that Courier on the creep wave as well.
Kindred bounty.
Bring Me the Lamp. With this smoke, they know where they're trying to connect.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Strilling up in the trees. Zac flying. The Arctic Burn. Strilling is going to get seen. Do they have a way to cut the tree? The Power Shot doesn't find it. Gonna jump away. Just dodge the Earth Spike. Strilling kind of playing with them. ABG connecting as well. They have the vision now. Get the Lucent Beam. Now the Hex on the tree. Gonna get brought down. Finger, but Comedy Bronze! With the Echo Slam, it's gonna give Strilling the chance to escape. Comedy Bronze does go down in the heals from Cygnus. Oh, but now can they chase Strilling? Down low, Gleipnir there, and the cut of the tree. There with the Celestial Hammer, and they find Strilling. Royal Curse gonna get used on Cygnus. Turning this whole creep wave against them. You're burned there, but now Shaza with the Orchid. The Shackle, but now Strilling Sorry, Zac, and they'll look to get away. Manages to do so. Will's just left behind. No worries. Drop a Fiend's Gate. It actually could be an interesting gate because they could choose to go back through this now that they've regened back up. I feel like that would be a nice way to keep the pressure up, but it looks like they will not take the risk. Are still down a couple heroes. Bring me the lamp. They're going to turn their sights towards this top tier 2 tower next. Blades bouncing away. Raven does set up a nice soulbind. Zac trying to bring down MH getting plenty of damage in from such a long range with the Arctic Burn. Disruption to survive for now, but has been left in the Pit of Malice. MH will go down. ABG getting brought low. 10 seconds on the Aegis. If they let the Luna survive, almost Best Girl trying to find somewhere to die. Wills holds back the auto attack. Oh, but burns down. The Aegis does get used. It's going to come back at full health, but immediately in the Pit of Malice. Has the BKB. And Embrace out. And now turns with the ult. Protected by the Solar Guardian. Raven trying to chip away. Wills has the Blade Mail out. And now Strilling next with the Boundless Strike. And they're going to find ABG. Inside the Wukong's command. Control up. Fissure into the Aftershock with the Shard from Comedy Bronze. Brings down Toast Fecum. Raven's Black Death. They get an excellent fight off of the back. Bring me the Lamp's Aegis. The lead back down to just about nothing. Will's going to throw down a Fiend's Gate out towards the Dire Tormentor. They're also trying to look for Shaza here. Wills is going to have the Pit of Malice. BKB is ready. Sterling gets in with Boundless Strike on the back. Omni Bronze set up. Now they turn with the Shackle onto 2. Fissure blocks off the path, though. Sterling trying to back away. The Orchid damage is so much. The Shadow Poison as well, but it looks like Sterling will survive. Also out on low health as well. Healing Lotuses getting passed over to Monkey King to get a little bit of those resources back. RBD look to continue to play out on the dire side of the map. But Aegis was taken right at the end of its lifespan, so not going to be long until we have the chance to see another Roche. Just over a minute until that variable 3-minute timer starts. BKB being worked on by Zac for the Winter Wyvern. Really help stand their ground. Really chip away at Arctic Burn. Cygnus. BKB almost finished for them. Also have the Aghanim Shard for the debuff immunity. As Zac trying to hunt here. A lot of Bring Me the Lamp in the area now. Predator becoming prey. Zac on the run. The Lamp. 4-staff sword. But this Fiend's Gate up on the high ground. Are they ready for who's going to connect? And there's the Arctic Curse. Once again, Image Logio with the save. And the disruption. Now that's 2 more illusions hitting Cygnus. It's Zac. Gate removed. Comedy Bronze comes through and immediately gets deleted. Where the hell did Zac go? Got through the Fiend's Gate during the curse. Very well played. Ends up just being Comedy Bronze going down. Yeah, rather than the Slammin' voice line, realizing that the plan was not to get through that gate. Strilling Damage Amp Rune. Down off the tree, but gets silenced out by the Orchid. Jackal doesn't find a tree. Goldmine gonna get used. Dodges the Atos. Does actually now connect with Cygnus, but quickly wear it off. Cygnus tips almost Best Girl, saying, "Really, you brought the Soulbind to me? Couldn't just let it run out," but obviously did not affect anything. Roshan spawning soon is going to spawn on the Dire side as we get back into nighttime 45-minute mark.
Excellent.
Mishlagia setting up the wards. Gonna scout this out. The Shadow Poison sees that Roche is up, so bring me the lamp. They're gonna be the first to know that the third Roshan is available. If it's taken on the top side, it's gonna be Aegis, Cheese, Aghanim Scepter. There's a lot of Ags already in this game. Cygnus has one, the Luna does not. You get it for the Shadow Demon, but already has started building it. Just bring me the lamp. They're gonna get started on this Roche. Also have the Ags on the Wind Ranger. Roche roars, so that's going to inform Raven's Black Death, who are going to look to connect. Tozfekum in a nice position. MHLG as well. Both supports here to scout it out. Zac has the BKB. Flying in with the Arctic Burn. And the Fiend's Gate on the back. Try to find it. Soulbind out onto 2. Sets up on the either side of the fissure. Double Winter's Curse is just going to hold them both in place. Now Sterling jumps in on the back of the curse. Tozfekum's going to be the first to fall. Will's chasing forward. Boundless Strike connects with Almost Best Girl. Gets the BKB off, trying to escape. Dawnbreaker ult coming in. Sterling gonna welcome that Dawnbreaker into a Wukong's command. Cygnus gonna immediately take so much damage. Blocked off by the fissure. Shaza now trying to hunt down the old Raven, but the Boundless Strike. The Glimmer Cape, the old Raven gets to live. The Disruption save again from Emislagia. But Shaza will fall as soon as the Disruption ends. And the Shadow Demon as well. The doubles kill for Willis, and that is 4 dead on the side of Bring Me the Lamp. Massive swing back the other way. Raven's Black Death. They're going to get the Aegis off of this as well. Let's see. I think this is going to be an Aghanim Scepter for Earthshaker. I think, yeah, literally everybody else has. Oh, no, they don't have one on... They don't have one on Underlord, but I don't think you want that nearly as much as you want the Earthshaker. Yeah, that's going to go to Comedy Bronze. Well earned there. Massive spike in net worth that you get from getting the free synthed Ags actually puts Comedy Bronze ahead of Cygnus now. Still a good amount of time while heroes are dead means RBD immediately off of the Aegis. They're going to look to push things out. Hard high ground to push into. Almost Best Girl still alive. Be wary of the Blink Dagger from Tozfekum as well. Bring me the lamp. They're going to hold on to their buybacks. Sterling stepping up into the high ground. Damage coming out. Zac gonna hit it from the low ground. Absurd range again from the Arctic Burn. They get the curse on Tozfekum. Gonna hold them in place for now. Sterling with the BKB. Just gonna stand their ground, take the barracks. Bill's gonna get their mana drain. Getting a bit controlled up now. Ranger respawning in just a few seconds. Zac wants to finish off these melee barracks. All 5 of Bring Me the Lamp available now. 3 buybacks per side in this game as well. Available the stuns, the long-range abilities just getting thrown out. Zac is going to finish off the melee barracks.
Radiant move one step closer to the enemy ancient.
Bounty.
Solid push for RBD to start off this Aegis for them, and still 3 minutes to work with here. Wills. Oh, Shaza gonna find the old Raven. But the stuns, the Glimmer Cape, the heals. Raven looking to escape. The Focus Fire resumes. Silence is there, but Shaza can be able to find the kill on Raven. Got the Bloodthorn being worked on by Shaza for the Wind Ranger. Really amp up damage in Focus Fire and just in general. Butterfly done on Luna. Do we have... A Monkey King did buy their own bar. The Strilling will not have trouble hitting the Luna. As Cygnus and the rest of Bring Me the Lamp, they're going to find the kill on Zac up top while I'm talking about items. A pretty big one is going to open the door. It's so scary to play into a Luna. Because any one fight can immediately shred your buildings as this tier 2 gonna go down like it's paper. We're gonna look high ground. 70 seconds without the Winter Wyvern unless Zac chooses to buy back. Fortify gonna get used. We've got all the illusions. There's gonna be the buyback from Zac. Bring me the lamp. Very disciplined. Immediately back away. Gonna be able to find anything. Catch. No. Raven's Black Death. Find it. Oh, ABG. Oh, that could have been a curse. Meanwhile, though, Strilling in the base on the other side getting brought low by the focus fire. Aegis gonna fall. Does Strilling have a way out of here? Does the focus fire just resume immediately? Yeah, the Hex, the control. Strilling brought down twice. Bring me the lamp. They respect the Winter Wyvern buyback. They TP back home and able to defend their high ground fully. Got BKB done on Dawnbreaker, looking at the Assault Kuros next. The Tranquil Boots upgrade, the Bongo Boots, next item for Comedy Bronze. Raven has the Ag, so they're going to have their own Luna illusions here. Dark Portrait. Ready to go on the Grimstroke. That is going to be a big threat. They're a Bloodthorn finished on Windranger. Curious if they'll have a Nullifier soon as look to push in mid lane. The Dark Portrait is there. Get quite a bit of damage on Tazficum. Actually fully clears the enemy Luna illusions. This Dark Portrait illusion is so strong.
Regeneration.
It takes 350% damage, but it deals 150%.
What can I say? Nature loves me.
Money changes hands.
Raven's Black Death still holding the net worth lead, but now in more of a base defense mode. Pendulum swings back towards the middle once again. Aghanim Scepter finished on Tazficum, so free to just farm with that Finger of Death. We also have the Blink Dagger on Dawnbreaker. I don't think we'd seen that yet. There are more mobility options for Cygnus. Tormentor going to be picked up quickly. Almost Best Girl and Shaza. Where did that shard go? That was the Gale Force for Shaza. Raven's Black Death, they're going to go pick up Tormentor of their own. Going to be the upgraded Cold Embrace for Zac. Reduces cooldown and throws out a Splinter Blast with it. Got Parasma done on the Winter Wyvern. Finishing the build-up of the Witchblade.
Scanning for enemies.
So, more magic damage coming out for the Wyvern. Both sides, I think, feeling some of the pressure. Definitely feels like an even game. So, hard to know when it is your opportunity to go in. Strilling. Primal Spring out onto... Well, it jumps off the tree but gets hexed up. They're right on top of the Monkey King. And Strilling gets brought down. So much of Bring Me the Lamp. Almost really the whole team. Just happening to be in that area as Strilling looks for the farm. Will's gonna find an Invis Rune. Oh, does get seen here by the Sentry! The Gleipnir is there, Focus fire. It takes a lot to bring down this Underlord. The Finger of Death, the Gale Force, so much control. They have the detection. They find the Underlord. Okay. Not an Undying in this game. And that guy was dying. So now the push is on for Bring Me the Lamp. 40 seconds until there's a Monkey King. 80 until the Underlord, but does have the buyback available.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Get deeper into this game. 56 minutes. Plenty of buybacks available on either side. On cooldown for Zac and Sterling. A good amount of gold away from it. Up that ultimate orb for the Scotty.
Radiant's top tower
Almost Best Girl finishes off that tower. Mantillusions, the Dark Portrait. Their best is now the Curse. Out onto MH Logia, no chance to save if the save hero is the one in the Curse. The damage from ABG means that MH Logia does swiftly fall. Cygnus has the Solar Guardian available, so able to push out on top side. Roshan, number 4, has spawned. Another Cheese and Aghanim Scepter. I think nobody in this game needs an Aghanim Scepter on either team. So these teams might choose to let the Rosh go the bot side. You can also use it as a free sell of your Ags if you haven't already consumed it. I think only Monkey King, and of course Comedy Bronze, who got the last one, have consumed their Ags. So it'd be nice for Zac probably to open up that next item slot. Fecum's scouting things out for Bring Me the Lamp. Got things set up for the Roche. Sterling gonna head back up into this area. X-ping from Zac. Worried that Sterling could get found here. They did ping out this ward after the Underlord died. So yeah, now Comedy Bronze is going to deward it. He is going to tell Bring Me the Lamp that at least one hero from RBD is in the area. It's Black Death. Looking to set up around the Roche pit, trying to join Bring Me the Lamp here. Sterling is going to show on the Watcher. No poison getting thrown out. Zac blinks in, finds the Curse on MH Logia again! It's only 2 heroes, but it's plenty to bring down the Shadow Demon. The save is not available, but the buyback is there. They have the outpost to teleport to if it's available. No TP available, so it's going to be a little bit before MH Logia can get back into this fight. Raven's Black Death find anything else. Or the buyback. Sterling just going to teleport back to the base because Cygnus farming things up. Pushing in the tower. The TP got interrupted. Fecum now, though, going to get found. Sterling jumps in. They bring down the Lion. No buyback available. 600 gold short. Lion will not be able to rejoin. It's down the bot side. Sterling, though. The rest of the team went to defend Cygnus, but almost Best Girl and Shaza. They immediately find Sterling. Comedy Bronze trying to turn it back around. And now the control out in with the Solar Guardian from Cygnus. Bring down Comedy Bronze as well. So they use the Fiend's Gate, Willis and Zac. They go down to find the Dawnbreaker, but Cygnus buys back and they turn the fight right back on RBD. And this is going to be the Aegis for Bring Me the Lamp. So yeah, already an Ag is consumed for almost Best Girl. We'll see. They do actually have to finish this pretty quickly, or it is going to swap, although I think it'll keep the same items. It's going to be 60 minutes, so we are going to get tier 5 items cooking in just a moment. I think this game is still plenty close enough that Aegis is not going to be the end. And they do bring it down before it swaps sides. So somebody will get the opportunity to synth their Ags. It looks like it's going to go to the Dawnbreaker. Yeah, you can just sell the Aghanims and use the new one. swaps in, and does it sell it for you? I think it does. Oh no, I guess you have to sell it. Opens up the slot for the cheese for Cygnus, which is going to be nice to have. They did use the buyback on the Dawnbreaker. It is the harder part of this push for Bring Me the Lamp. They are down in the buyback column. 4 buybacks up on side of RBD. Sterling just 1,000 gold away. Oh yeah, here's the first of the tier 5 tokens. Sitting on Cygnus, deciding which one to go with. It's going to be a Mirror Shield for Cygnus. Stygian Desolator for Zac. So, mix of physical and magic damage now for the Winter Wyvern, who, at this point in the game, as a universal hero, tons of just, like, straight-up attack damage. All these items. Book of Shadows for Lion, so another save option. Giant's Ring for Wills. Mirror Shield for Luna. It's going to be very difficult between these 2 Mirror Shields. Find these kills. Giant's Ring for the Wind Ranger. That is, I mean, not a typical pick, but like, being able to move around freely as a Wind Ranger is pretty nice. Seer Stone for both Earthshaker and MH Logia. It's going to be long fissures, long blinks, long jumps, that range, and the saves. I mean, this is exactly what you want for MH Logia. You're going to be able to sit so far away from the fights. It was avoid those Winter's Curses. Give me the lamp. Marching down in the bot lane. Want to finish off last barracks. Bot side and use that as their opening into the mid lane. Almost Beskar leading the charge, so we get a Mirror Shield for the Monkey King. Book of the Dead for the Grinstroke. Be a nice push option. Also nice for Vision. Shaza with the Hex. These heroes get to position so weirdly with the Giant's Ring. Trying to find something, but probably wants anything other than an Underlord. Quick power shot through some of the trees. Fence. For Raven's Black Death, they've got plenty of tools to keep these waves pushed out. Corruption Illusion's gonna keep crashing in. Just going to be quickly brought down. Barely get a chance to get any damage on the barracks. Both teams, again, this game feeling so even. Bring Me the Lamp, still down 2 buybacks. All 5 available for Raven's Black Death. Such a hard high ground to break into, and if you do try to step up, here's the Wukong's Command, here's the Soulbind, there's many, many ways for Raven's Black Death to take a good fight at their high ground. Got only 30 seconds left on this Aegis. Looks like Raven's Black Death, they're going to survive it as the curse. Is there on Shaza. Just for the control, the disruption save again. Wukong's command to set up. The blink out from Shaza survives. Bring Me the Lamp now just running away. But a lot of ultimates committed for Raven's Black Death, and Bring Me the Lamp, they survive. The Aegis is going to run out here in just 5 seconds. Scythe being worked on for the Grimstroke. That control with the Soulbind would be massive. Aegis reclaimed, a few minutes until there will be another one. And both teams, I think, at a loss for how you progress this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ravens Black Death, they're being patient. The Fiend's Gate, they're gonna find Cygnus and Shaza up on the top lane. Wills and Zac, the rest of the team following through. Cygnus goes down, no buyback for another minute. Zac trying to find Shaza. Chasing down, but TP's away. Is now immediately the response. Sterling gonna get brought down by almost Best Girl. The rest of the team goes down into the base. But now ABG controlled up the save. MH Loggy again, but can they set up the Pit of Malice, the control? ABG getting chunked down. Double kill for Zac. Ravens Black Death playing two parts of the map at the same time. They don't even lose this ranged barracks. It's the absolute patience. It is the buyback on their carry. Now it's an opportunity to push for themselves. 30 seconds until the Dawnbreaker buyback. And the base, it's about as exposed. 19 health on this mid tower. It's suddenly Bring Me the Lamp who are at risk. The Mega Creeps. Damage Amp Rune found by Zac. Boots of Travel, get over to the rest of the team. MH Logia scouting with the Disruption Illusions. Strilling. Jumped in, but silence. Out onto Wyvern. The vision there. Now it's Shaza getting controlled up. The save again from MH Logia. Disruptions are insane. Can Shaza get out of this one? The Finger of Death comes out. Zac getting back in, blinks forward. Trying to find a kill. Shaza is going to get brought down. Zac getting brought low though too. The turnaround from the Mirror Shield, the Arctic Curse. It's out onto Zac, just holding them in place. Shaza buys back the control onto the Wyvern. Zac goes down. Wukong's command in the back of the base. This is the buyback from the Luna as well. The disruption gets them out of the Wukong's command. Meanwhile, the Mega Creeps have been found. Comedy Bronze with the Fissure. Strilling with the control. Trying to find almost Best Girl. This would be a massive pickup. The Luna goes down. It's 3 heroes, 100 seconds. Mega Creeps already found. Ravens Black Death. It looks like they've done it. They go to work on the tier 4s. What an absolutely insane fight to finish things off. They break the high ground. They bring down MH Logia. GG is called.
Always wanted to be a dark space.
Ravens Black Death. They take the 68-minute barn burner of a game. No rapiers necessary despite this insane game. Look at those graphs. My goodness. That was a fantastic game 1. I can't believe we still have a game 2 to see here. MVP, how could I possibly? Part of me wants to give it to Comedy Bronze for like stuff that happened a half an hour ago. Like there was some insane. I mean, can I give an MVP to a player on the losing team? I'm giving MH Logia the MVP. I don't care. There are no rules. There are no rules. MH Logia is the MVP. The amount of disruption saves in this game was absolutely absurd. Shadow Demon is almost certainly getting banned by Ravens Black Death next game. That was an incredible performance on the Shadow Demon. Like that's the MVP. I don't care that it didn't win the game. That was what I was most impressed by in this game. Dude was on top of every single fight with the disruptions. All right. I imagine these teams are going to be decompressing a bit. I'm going to take a little break. We will be back soon for what will no doubt be an exciting game 2 as well, so stay with us. All right, we are back for game number 2 between Ravens Black Death and Bring Me the Lamp.
It is
If
Radiant's
you
fan.
didn't catch game 1, you definitely need to go watch it back. Not right now, but after this one,
10
because
seconds remain.
we had a 68-minute
5 seconds.
match of absolute
Dire's
insanity.
turn to ban.
Ravens Black Death managed to clutch out in the end. It's back and forth the whole way through.
It is Dire's ban.
Gonna get similar bans, it looks like,
It is Radiant's
this time
ban.
around. Keeper of the Light gonna get taken away this time. Rubik banned as well. Nature's Prophet taken out
10
by Bring Me the Lamp.
seconds. Dire's turn to ban.
And the Lion gonna be banned.
10 seconds.
It's a little interesting because Tosfigum played a great Lion last game, and
5
Bring Me the Lamp
seconds
have
remain.
first pick. So they're gonna prioritize something
Dire's
else with
ban.
this first pick, it looks like. Doom gonna be taken out by RBD. The
Radiant's
top of the meta
turn to
offlaners right
ban.
now. Timber as well. I remember they had that ban last game.
10
I think
seconds
Ravens Black Death,
remain.
it's the same 3 bans plus Keeper of the Light.
5
I think they had first pick for game
seconds
1.
to pick.
Death Prophet gonna be the last ban for Bring Me the Light.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds remain. Dire's turn to pick.
Hoodwink can be picked up by Bring Me the Lamp. Right alongside the line is the other high power position for right now. Some good control, and probably the biggest thing that Hoodwink offers is being one of the best Mage Slayer builders in the game.
10 seconds remain.
And doing that from your 4 position is very, very
5
nice.
seconds.
That also explains why they take out the Lion. They wanted to
It is
prioritize
Radiant's
getting a
ban.
Hoodwink in this one.
Winter
Ravens Black Death can go back to the first phase Winter Wyvern. Feeling confident in that game 1. Looked really good in Zach's hands. And I think they still probably plan to flex it.
10 seconds remain.
2 bans now for Bring Me the Lamp.
5 seconds remain.
See if they look to take away some of the other things that RBD won with last game. Or, I mean, I think you can definitely walk away from that game on either side feeling pretty confident. When a game goes to 68 minutes, it's
Radiant's
usually
turn to
not
ban.
a problem with
Dire's
your
turn
draft.
to
If you,
ban.
they are going to take away the Underlord that was played by Wills last game, and Night Stalker as well. The Night Stalker ban tells me they're looking to protect a backline hero, most likely. And the Underlord, that's going to be
10
what they
seconds.
do not want to
Dire's
see
turn
again
to pick.
from the last game. Bane taken away by RBD.
Ten seconds remain. 5 seconds.
See what Ravens Black Death want to open up this next phase with. Probably something that they like as a support pairing. The
Radiant's
Wyvern,
turn to pick.
or just something. It's gonna be the Venomancer. This hero's been seeing, I think, a bit of an uptick lately. Really annoying position 4, can also move into a core role, potentially.
10 seconds.
We've got tons of slows with just these 2 heroes.
5 seconds. Radiant must choose.
Techies. Bring Me the Lamp go for Techies, so it'll likely be a Techies Hoodwink support duo. Means probably Techies in the 5 position, though Hoodwink can work there as well.
10 seconds remain. 5 seconds.
Definitely looking
remain.
for something more durable for their cores now with these two very high damage supports. Also, definitely explains the Night Stalker ban. This is another pretty deep backline support, although obviously jumps in mix as well with Blast Off. You've already got the Mage Slayer, but you wouldn't mind trying to find somebody that like can build a pipe, or other ways to mitigate this significant amount of magic damage from just these first 2 heroes. We're gonna go back to the Dawnbreaker for Cygnus. It's a great Dawnbreaker performance in game 1. Oh yeah.
10 seconds.
Teams in the lobby chat before the draft started were very friendly to each other, potentially discussing working together to take Roche at the start of the game. That is still being discussed in the draft chat, so if we actually get to see that, which would be incredible. Did
Dyer's turn to pick.
Spirit Breaker is going to be the pickup for RBD. That's going to be your more frontliney hero. Make sure that they have a global response to the Dawnbreaker like they did from the Underlord last game.
10 seconds. 5 seconds remain. Radiant's turn to pick.
Faceless
And then the Faceless Void, which gets left in the draft. This is a scary hero to pick alongside a Winter Wyvern, but when executed correctly, it's very, very potent. Because you use the Winter's Curse to set up for the Chronosphere, or vice versa. You just have to be sure that you do not grief each other by using both abilities at the same time. Winter Wyvern's Winter's Curse forces you to not be able to deal damage to the enemy team. They can only deal damage to each other while in the curse, so can completely negate a Chronosphere, which is a very scary thing to happen. It's a little bit of an interesting Void pick because there's a lot of damage into the Chronosphere. And you have the save from the Dawnbreaker. Like, I think we're gonna see the Solar Guardian largely being saved for when the Chrono gets used. Maybe they just make sure it's kind of similar to the Wyvern Curse. You just make sure you use it at the tail end of it.
It is Radiant's ban.
He's gonna get damage going. Medusa, speaking of damage into Chronosphere. Oof. I'm a little worried about the vulnerability of the Bring Me the Lamp backline. I mean, Medusa, for a ranged hero, obviously isn't squishy. She's very durable with Mana Shield.
5 seconds.
But I feel like she also doesn't want to play up front. I don't know, maybe she works nice as like a middle of the fight piece.
It is Dyer's ban.
Kind of alongside the Dawnbreaker, a little bit behind her. Outworld Destroyer banned out by Bring Me the Lamp. Tells me that they must not... They've played an Outworld Destroyer before. I feel like you just pick the OD here. Gives you a save. It's like one of the better saves for Chrono. And you have the first pick in the last phase, so if you don't want to play against it, just play it. Maybe leaves them a little too squished, though. I think they're going to look for something more durable. Ravens Black Death, they ban out the King of Pain.
5 seconds.
They're worried about some backline
Radiant's
dive.
turn to
Means
ban.
the Wind Ranger as well, so respecting the Shaza Wind Ranger game. May mean that this Winter Wyvern is a core again.
Ten seconds.
So the lane went quite evenly with the Wind Ranger.
5 seconds remain.
I think they're going to hold the flexibility of this pick until
Radiant's
their overall
turn
last.
to pick.
Yeah, Grimstroke going to get banned out. So they're, between the OD and the Grim, they are respecting the fact that this Winter Wyvern is flexible. Spirit Breaker does feel like it would go in the off lane in this
10
draft,
seconds
but
remain. 5 seconds remain.
definitely also can be flexible here.
Dire must
It's been played as support plenty. I think we've seen it mid. I want to say Zach has played it mid. Huck is going to be the pick for Bring Me the Lamp, so that's going to be your backline dive. The Queen of Pain, definitely in the ballpark of what Bring Me the Lamp was looking to pick.
10 seconds. 5 seconds.
One last pick to round out this draft. What's it going to be? Probably more damage into Chronosphere for something, whether that... I mean, you already have so much of that. You don't really need anything else for this Faceless to work. What does the rest of your draft need? I don't know. I feel like these 4 heroes is already a pretty nicely balanced draft. Maybe something on their side to mitigate the damage? Like, they could use... Well, they had Mage Slayer on Wyvern, so they don't even necessarily need to find a Mage Slayer pickup. Maybe a save? Save from, like, Dream Coil and stuff, because that there is, like, Dream Coil into Solar Guardian is a pretty scary team fight for Bring Me the Lamp. Keeping the Think Tank gonna get down to 10 seconds here for RBD. Those teams getting pretty full use out of their reserve time. It's gonna be the Dragon Knight.
Your hero.
Very straightforward answer. So that's gonna go into the off lane. Okay, so it's or the mid if they play the same positions. But again, I know that they may switch things up. So yeah, Raven's gonna be the one to take the Wyvern this time. So they do flex it. I think this is a mid Dragon Knight in a response to the puck. Just something stable to make sure you survive. Is a Mage Slayer builder, so I think that's also why they pick it up here. Yeah, I think... I mean, it's really going to come down to the team fights. It's going to... This is a super execution-based draft. Whether the Chronos and the Curses are better than the Coils and the Solar Guardian. I feel like I like Bring Me the Lamp's timings a little better, so I think I'm going to favor their draft a bit. As for hats, excellent hats across the board once again. The Medusa's a little plain, so I think this one goes to Raven's Black Death again. This Winter Wyvern set's sick. I like the setup on this Venomancer. A good combination of stuff going on. Oh, it is... There were a couple things happening, so the Venom's not going to look exactly like that. Okay, yeah, it's just the... I mean, that's still a cool Venom set. Not one we see a lot, this, like, Centipede one. A little less shiny, but Name of the game isn't always shiny.
Prepare for battle.
Also with the good have luck fun. Will says see you in 70 minutes. Both of these that was another thing that was discussed in the pregame. Was leave how close I was picking game. Yeah, what do they have for diffusal options here? I mean, you can certainly get one on Faceless and on DK. I'm not gonna pick a AM during last phase fans. MH Logia, as I realized, because we asked after our last series that we cast of Bring Me the Lamp,
30 seconds.
how
and
MH
counting.
Logia was meant to be pronounced, and I was pronouncing it wrong, and I couldn't find the message where we asked
Proper scats.
until between games. So apologies that I got it wrong again. MH Logia was our MVP last time around.
Greetings.
Just what I've been waiting for.
Teams look to set up around the runes, Bring Me the Lamp, offering the high five. Zach just gonna get chased off of the rune.
This is Dota.
Topside, Old Raven gonna scoop up a bounty rune, so it ends up being 3 for Raven's Black Death. So they'll start this game with a small lead. How's Fecum? I was missing some action there. Pay attention to those health bars. Combi Bronze getting hit by another mine. Will's staying right on top of MH Logia. Both just gonna go behind as Taz Fecum. Getting fully pushed away now. Get a new TP on its way out. Cygnus gonna be alone in the lane for the moment. Doesn't feel terrible at level 1. There's not a ton of threat from a Faceless Wyvern lane. They're gonna get harassed by the Arctic Burn, of course, but bad as Shaza sitting pretty low. Lane. So Zach getting the choice of the mid matchup here, taking the Dragon Knight. Off to a solid start for them. Cygnus been pretty pushed off the wave without the Hoodwink available. Trying to get to that level 2. A bit of extra XP. Creeps are going to get pulled by Old Raven. It's even tougher. Elsevika makes their way back into the lane. Look to set up the Starbreaker into the Bushwhack, but Sterling able to time walk away. On the bot lane, first blood, we see it just in time. Almost Best Girl picks it up, brings down Combi Bronze. We'll check quickly on what actually happened there. It's a Mystic Snake, and it's bombs. Yeah, set up by the blast off. Will's getting pushed back under the tower. Lane pushes in though. MH Logia looking to fix it. Just gonna find the pull on the ranged creep, but that's up a nice deny. Top, the harass from Old Raven is pretty brutal on this lane. Raven turns with the curse, with the burn. Get a few clicks on Tazvikam, but Hoodwink able to survive. Really tough play into this lane though. Sterling getting just about everything in the last hit department in this lane. Down bot, things sitting pretty even. We're gonna get a charge here over to MH Logia, throws down the bomb, has the blast off to try to get away, still burning down. Deny is an option with the Venomous Gale. One more attack. poison on it. Logio will be able to survive, no deny needed. Braun's continuing to apply that poison attack. The top lane. Lamp finding a bit more space in the lane, but Raven pushing him right back. Mid lane, Zac off to the lead. Both sides gonna easily secure their water runes. Nice stack for Cygnus. Just take quite a bit of damage from the skeletons. The mana boosts for almost best girl get denied down in the bot lane. It's going to be MH Logia following. They do get their return kill on Comedy Broad. It's going to be a trade. And Will's in a little bit of trouble. Mystic Snake connects. Two more auto attacks. One more would do it, but the slows from this Plague Ward able to keep them away. So it's just a trade of the supports. Fecum. The Bushwhack doesn't quite connect. Time dilation. Sterling wants to find this one. Fecum staying nicely under the tower. Charge out. The stun from MH Logia. The blast off is huge. Wills have to back away. Able to dodge the sticky bomb. Omni Bronze steps up. It's blasted by it. Logia clicks down. The Plague Ward is ABG. Fully mana drained. Top Celestial Hammer out onto Strilling. Mana for Starbreaker. How's Fecum forced out of the lane again? Both mids at level 6, playing around each other. Drilling, or Shaza, sorry, and I'll look for the rune, but it's an arcane rune that spawns top. Back now. This pushed under the wave. Tells Fecum, I'm gonna scout out the rune. Block Zac from taking it. Stun up there. It does also prevent that, but the Dream Coil out on the Dragon Knight. Able to stand their ground, dodges an attack. Phase shift. Top lane, Cygnus gets some damage in with the Celestial Hammer on Strilling. Able to time walk away, but Bushwhack doesn't quite connect, but they get slow from the Acorn shot.
Bad intel.
Aiming to harass, but Yield Raven will be back in the mix. Splinter Blast from the bot lane. Will's sitting a bit low again. Cause a low on the puck as well. Creeps and dragged away. But the Illusory Orb to help goes down. We'll have another Dream Coil available soon. Braun's gonna go over snag the Wisdom Rune. Will's getting pretty pushed out now by these Mystic Snakes. Fecum grabs the top Wisdom Rune, so both sides able to secure them safely. Nice mana and bottle refills for from the bounty runes as MH Logia gonna smoke them up. Get the Dream Coil into the blast off. Connects just on the edge of the Dragon Knight and the sticky bomb. They have the damage. Phase shift. They find it, jumps over to the Illusory Orb. Actually, it looks like the tower finished that off. Yeah. Or a creep. Bring me the lamp there. Lanes haven't gone amazingly, but they've still found the kills here. Keeping things pretty even as Comedy Braun's taking some tower shots. Logia would love to find something. Both of these heroes setting pretty low. No way the Plague Wards, but 3 points in the Plague Wards already, so these are annoying to deal with. So take a look at the net worth. Pretty even once again. A lot of gold on the techies, actually. Medusa at the top being pretty well matched by the Dragon Knight. Faceless right there with them as well. Up behind them, and then the two offlaners pretty even. Zac to finish off this tower. Shaza maybe wants to get a cheeky nice phase shift to dodge. Gonna get stunned up, but there's the connection from Logio with the blast off. Controls there. Zac does finish the tower. Charles Fekum teleports in time. Have the bushwhack. Already been used with the acorn shot for the slow. Shaza, though, actually gonna get brought down. And Zac just waves goodbye as Logia finishes off the kill. So it's a trade of mid laners. Either side. Tower falling as well. This Raven's Black Death pretty happy with that exchange. Techies continuing to make the rotations. Hits the blast off. The Chronosphere to turn. No! No! Oh, the Cold Embrace holds the Faceless in the Chrono on top of the mine.
Hello,
And they run down Raven as well.
Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
It's 2 kills for Bring Me the Lamp, and they're going to go to work on the top tower as they bring the numbers, bring the heroes up into this lane.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, almost Best Girl farming alone down here. Feels like Will's Omni Bronze. They want to find something
Dire
on the Medusa here. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Cygnus looking to connect with Zac.
their structures against
They
attack.
get the sharpshooter, but Cygnus just getting burned down. Acid attacks from Zac. How's Fekum trying to chip away? This Dragon Knight is so tanky, though. Turns with a Dragon's Breath. It's a double kill. The blast off from Logia will get their return. But Zac, I don't think minds that too much. Over bot, they get the ults into AVG. Tries to turn, but the bash is there from Wills as the mana had run out. How many bronze? Taking the tower shots, but it looks like we'll be able to survive with absolutely no health. Under 100 HP. Will's going to TP home as well. We'll have the charge back out, so we'll not have to spend long off the map. Like, Omni Bronze going to take the long walk home.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Pick up some infused raindrops to deal with the Mystic Snakes. Gaza back up in the top lane, wants to
There
find
is
something.
little hope for Dire's middle
Strilling
tower.
well off into the jungle at this point, 12 minutes in. So only Raven sitting here, the Sticky Mine. Latch onto the Wyvern. Logia looking for the blast off. Find a
Dire's
courier.
has been killed.
Brings it down the boot. Oh, that always feels bad to have your boots get lost. Is Zac
Is under attack.
behind the Radiant Tier 1.
Radiant's bottom tower
Eats a squirrel and starts spitting on a tower.
Dire's top tower is no more.
Here's the TP responses for Bring Me the Lamp.
Attack.
Gaza has the Dream Coil available to blink away. Connection now from Wills with the charge. The Nether Strike and Shaza, oh, the phase shift to survive for now, but then the Dragon's Breath is there. Does get the Dream Coil down onto 2 and almost Best Girl has the Stone Gaze going, so they're going to force Raven's Black Death to retreat. Logia pretty low, but ABG finishes off the kill. Logia does go down, and there's Raven with the Curse. Chunked through quite a bit of the mana. Cygnus I'm going to turn off towards Comedy Bronze. Wills, though, back. The mana has run out for ABG. Will's just trying to escape.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Reap's still following, so Cygnus looking to hunt here. Has the Celestial Hammer. I have the Starbreaker. Is it in time? No, just out from under the hammer. Wills gets the TP. Among Us, indeed. So Zac and Shaza squaring off.
has been
Comes to the Illusory Orb, is immediately met with Dragon's Breath. Power denied by Taz Fekum down to the bot lane. Very nice. Is getting charged. Sitting on 2/3 health, but regenning up. Breaker coming in. Gonna see if the Bushwhack does not connect. Has another strike if they want it, and yeah, we'll just finish off the kill the easy way. Zach looking to steal Wisdom Rune on Mage Logia with the blast off. Very nicely played. It's gonna get stunned up, so maybe we'll pay the price here, but Shaz is in the area as well to get the disarm. And the reactive taser. Sticky bomb as well. Into the Dream Coil, but this Dragon Knight's so dang tanky. Mage Logia just playing right on the edge, and Cygnus will be there to help finish the kill on the Dragon Knight, punish the attempted Wisdom Rune steal.
Radiant's bottom tower is
Yield Raven doing their job, picking up that other Wisdom Rune on the other side of the map in the meantime, so stays even for them. Rune taking. Strilling has their Maelstrom, working on the Morbid Mask. Mask of Madness. Cygnus nearly to that Echo Saber, only about 400 gold away. Wills has the Midas going for the Octarine. This has been the pretty standard Spirit Breaker build lately. All you really need as... I'll speak, I'm going to find a kill on Comedy Bronze. Zach going to connect in, wants to find something on Shaza, sets up with Dragon Tail. Breath as well, and there's a huge curse onto 4. The heals from Cygnus, though, can they keep them alive? Looks like they'll be able to survive. I guess the heals don't really matter there because it's a Medusa in the curse, but either way, survives. Doesn't wanting to hunt with Blink away from Zach. Like this early Blink and then into the Mage Slayer. I think Zach is a very active player on whatever hero they're playing, so... makes sense that they're going to be looking for fights. And consider getting the Healing Lotuses, but just going to turn over towards Cygnus, throws out the Dragon Tail, but there's quite a few heroes in the area. Charge going to be cancelled as well, and Zach's just going to block, Blink away. Sterling is going to get seen here by Shaw. It has the Chronosphere. Puts down the time dilation. It's done up with the Bash, and yeah, I'm going to use the Chrono. They have the damage. Not getting a ton of Maelstrom or Bash procs, unfortunately. Now, they look to turn. They get the blast off into the Dream Coil, and Strilling goes down. That was... I think Strilling got really screwed over by the RNG there. I feel like there should have been a lot more Bashes and Maelstrom procs to make that kill happen. So once again, a very even game at this point. The graph, as you can see, really all over the place. Wills and Almost Best Girl running into each other down in the bot lane. Need a disconnect from Togum. Game crash, so give them a second to reconnect. Wonder what caused that crash. There been something with like the Watcher being taken. Or something silly. I don't know. Oh, whole PC. Okay, never mind. That's probably not a Dota thing then. See what we got for items. Yield Raven going right for the Blink Dagger. I like that. Similar to the Dragon Knight, going for the aggressive build, trying to find those Winter's Curses wherever they can. Solar Crest on the techies to buff up their cores, especially the Medusa. Manta finished on Medusa. Also has that Specialist Array. Even more split shots. Force Staff almost finished on Comedy Bronze. Help them get in and out of fights. What's Shaza working with? Witchblade finish, working on a Blink Dagger there. So, be a lot of heroes jumping all over the place. Mask of Madness almost finished for Strilling. Nothing in the queue for Taz Fecum, although that might have been cleared with the disconnect. Was there anybody we didn't check? We already know Wills has Midas looking for an Octarine. Zach has the Mage Slayer ready. Alongside the Blink Dagger going for BKB next. That Mage Slayer, I think this must have just arrived quite recently. That's going to be pretty significant for mitigating some of the damage, especially from these supports. Deal quite a bit of magic damage. This game, again, still super even between these teams. RBD apparently sitting at a 62% win probability. So, and despite being down in XP. So, what does this mean? I mean, I guess the XP is basically even. I don't understand why... I haven't understood this for a long time. Like, what this arrow means... Like, I guess it's because it's trending in their favor? Is what, like, the plus 4% XP? That just changed. Oh, so it's also messed up when somebody's disconnected, I guess? Weird. Okay, we're back into it. Someday I will learn how the, how that XP graph works.
You look all sorts of wrong.
You look at the Dawnbreaker items, has Echo Saber finish.
Middle tower is under attack.
You go with Desolator again, so similar build to last game. How's Fecum queue up any? No, but has this one actually sitting on a good amount of gold.
Radiant should look to their middle tower. Should look to their bottom tower. Radiant should look to their top tower.
As everybody pretty content to farm for the moment. There's a smoke for Bring Me the Lamp, but that just expires. Chronosphere is back up with the Mask of Madness for Strilling. So maybe gonna look to find a Chrono pickoff soon. Otherwise, just content to farm as MH Logia. Looking for the blast off on Strilling is going to connect with the reactive taser. Cygnus jumping in as well, and oh my goodness, where did Strilling go? Heals Raven though with another huge curse. And plenty of damage out. Splinter Blast connects as well, and Zac immediately with the pop of the ult from Comedy Bronze. That was very well executed. Now Shaza just looking to escape. Raven's Black Death, they turn around that gank. Oh, Wills is in! Wills found Shaza with the charge. Able to connect Illusory Orb. Jumps over into the Roche Pit, looking to TP away. They find it now. On the hunt now, but they figure that Shaza's able to find the TP out. Yeah, the fact that they so quickly killed the Noxious Plague target means that it immediately split onto the entirety of Bring Me the Land.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Strilling finding MH Logia, but also finding a lot of mines. Will's gonna come over and connect on the techies. Build Raven as well, just stomp on both teams, and Zac finishes off the kill with some Dragon's Breath. Bring Me the Lamp stepping up to continue to fight. This is going to be a buyback from MH Logia. They want to find this. Now there's a Chrono onto Strilla, or onto Shaza from Strilling, this time able to bring down the Puck. And the Squirrel found as well. MH Logia is going to find the blast off onto Zac. Cygnus in the area.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Harass out onto this Dragon Knight, but hard target to bring down. Almost Best Girl going to make their way over, help relieve some of the pressure.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Sterling taking shots from the tower is going to time walk those off, but it should be this tower falling just a moment here. Here's Logia throwing out some mines to back this off, and now Zac going to blink forward, gets the Dragon Tail. Able to dodge the Bushwhack. Now here comes the heals from Cygnus. Housebeacon looking to connect. The Sharpshooter, it's set up nicely, and Zac now is the one in trouble. He's going to get brought down. Dream Coil snaps on Wills, but has the Bulldoze, and now just going to look to charge away, but gets cancelled. Turns back towards Shaza. Puck finishes off the Spirit Breaker. A lot of pings coming out on that Wisdom Rune.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Hope to hear the comms on that one. There's going to be another big curse from Raven. Didn't seem like it lasted very long. The blast off connects into the Sharpshooter, and Raven's going to be the one that goes down.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Back now on the hunt.
Has fallen.
Mage Slayer applied to ABG. Kaza and MH Logia, they want to hunt, they get the Dream Coil. Cygnus gonna connect in, but there's the BKB from Zac. Now the turnaround. Cygnus not coming in with a lot of health off that Solar Guardian. Will's now gonna charge through both of them. He's disarmed, but has the Nether Strike. Zac finishes it off. The Dragon's Breath out. EBG now gonna connect though. To chase Zac right back towards the Radiant base. Shaza in with a silence from the phase shift. The Waning Rift, in fact. I was just gonna click down Zac. Housebeacon there, immediately interrupts the TP with the Bushwhack. Will is gonna try to block off the Sharpshooter, does manage to tank it. Shaza taking a good amount of damage from this Dragon Knight, completely out of mana for the BK. Zac just trying to walk this one off. Another Bushwhack connects. Housebeacon now taking a bunch of damage. Wills brings them down. Shaza, they don't have the damage or the health left to go out and chase, and Zac survives that somehow.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has been denied.
Disperser finished on this Medusa. BG spent a lot of time quietly farming in this game.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Now
attack.
has big move speed burst option. There hasn't really been anything for mana removal picked up, as Will's gonna get found. A nice save for now by Raven, and now the curse is gonna get Wills the chance to escape. Dream Coil finishes, and now can they turn it around with the stuns? Wow, that is very well executed fight. That's one of the more well-deserved tips I've ever seen, because
like that all game.
ye old Raven, massive save. Very nice setup with the curse. Desolator finished on Cygnus. I feel like Bring Me the Lamp are at a decent timing right now. Houseficum's sitting on 3,000 gold in the bank. How much does just buying a Mage Slayer outright cost? Less than that. Houseficum, please buy a Mage Slayer. Or like any item. Like, it doesn't have to be a Mage Slayer, but buy something. 3,400 gold, please. It's gonna be a Yule's. Okay. Full Mjolnir done on Sterling. BKB next item to go. Tons of attack speed. Should be well able to bring down heroes in this Chronosphere. Aghanim Scepter, yeah, exactly same build for Cygnus. Echo Saber into Desolator into Ags. Blink Dagger finished on Shaza, looking at the Lincoln Sphere next to be able to avoid those charges and Nether Strikes and Dragon Tails. See, Aether Lensstone on MH Logia, just an absolutely absurd range. Blast off now. Zac is going to be near quite a few heroes. Yule's up from Cosficum, sets up the Bushwhack. I don't know, I guess that Bushwhack was a little early, and then they have the BKB. So able to avoid the Solar Guardian, and Zac just going to walk off another engagement. That Bushwhack looked like it absolutely should have connected. It must have just been a hair too soon off of the Yules. Zac, most of the way to the Mantis style, actually goes back for... Where did that... Sold it, okay. Zac got the Aghanim Shard, but then changed their mind. Now gonna look to initiate Dragon Tail, but all 5 of Bring Me the Lamp are here. Zac gonna get Bushwhack up, no BKB, but another massive curse from Yield Raven. It's the entire team pouring their damage to almost Best Girl, but very tanky. Now gonna turn with the Stone Gaze. Zac is so tanky as well, though. MH Logia getting brought low. Now the charge through from Wills. Connect. And now the Chronosphere in on the backline and bring down MH Logia. Almost Best Girl just on the edge of it. The Shaza caught as well. ABG getting brought down pretty low. Has some mana to survive for now, but is going to get brought down through the Mana Shield. It's a full team wipe by Raven's Black Death. This will be tier 2 tower, quickly cleaned up. Maybe go for the Tormentor Steel. Maybe look to get some damage on the high ground. Don't think they'd go that route. Looks like the call will be go to Roche. BKB finished for Sterling. Aghanim Shard as well. So has the reverse Time Walk available. Really bouncing around now. Roche make their walk to work through the Twin Gate to the bottom pit. Looks like Dire gonna follow the Roche right on through. Cygnus TP's over to the outpost. Raven spots this and Zac blinks in with the Dragon Tail and the bashes.
A dominating
Cygnus
ownage.
choosing the wrong time to go find some farm in that part of the map. Quickly brought down, and this should easily open up the door to the Roach Pit for Raven's Black Death. Aegis goes to Shrilling. First Roche picked up. Wills
A prize.
has farmed up a ton since last we checked. Octarine, Eternal Shroud, Shadow Blade ready to go on the Spirit Breaker. Looking at a disarm. Raven's Black Death pushing in bot. Got the tier 2 tower down already here too. They finished that off pretty early. Dragon form ending. Just gonna get this wave pushed in. I don't think they'll look to go high ground yet. Maybe a charge to follow up this Dragon Tail. Zac TP's up from top side. Gaza. The phase shift is gonna survive Bash, but now nothing to get away from the Nether Strike. The Illusory Orb to follow up. Gonna be able to escape for now. Blink from Zac, trying to hunt. But into the phase shift, the Illusory Orb jump, blink, and not able to find before the TP away, so excellent puck play from Shaza. And an absolutely incredibly dodgy hero. About halfway to the Ags, a little more than that for Cygnus. RBD supports hanging on to control of the Radiant jungle. Almost best girl nearly to the Scotty. Claudia pushing things out as Will's gonna look to find a charge here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Bring me the lamp. Mostly sitting back, doing a good job once again. We saw in last game, just waiting out this Aegis. Zac, though, has the Manta style finished for Dragon Knight, and plenty of damage to siege with.
Tower has fallen.
Finds the last of the middle towers. Blink up the high ground, looking for Shaza again.
Dire's bottom
Rift already
tower
used, but
is under
bounce
attack.
over to the orb. Able to escape.
I'll take that.
17k net worth lead for Raven's Black Death right now. It's like this swing back. The win probability, probably just because Bring Me the Lamp is surviving the Aegis, has 2 minutes left on it. Raven's Black Death, if they want to make a play with it, here's the damage amp rune. They're going to give to Strilling. Has Chronosphere and plenty of time on this Aegis, so yeah, smoke up immediately from Raven. RBD. Bowser might be the target, but it's a hard one to pin down. There's the blink, has the Lincoln Sphere, so dodges the Dragon's Tail. Be able to phase shift. Then into the Illusory Orb, so going to get away. Damage now, the Chronosphere onto 2, finds both the supports. MH Logia had just TP'd in, and the Chronosphere catches them. The double kill for Strilling, and that's going to open up the high ground for RBD. Still need some creeps to connect. It's going to be a buyback from the techies. Minute left on the Aegis. It's like RBD going to back off for now. Zac, though, going to continue. Attack after attack on this tower. Has the BKB as Shaza tries to initiate. Puck forced back away. Sticky Mine is going to latch on to Zac right at the end of that BKB. Really making their way back over. 4 seconds till the Hoodwink's up.
Radiant's middle tower
30 seconds on the Aegis. Does Sterling want to try to use it, or do they want to play it safe? They want to keep pushing this high ground. Damage coming out into the Faceless. Time locks off some of it. Still has the BKB, going to save that, and there's going to be the Aegis. So we'll have the BKB as soon as they're back up. Ringing Lamp, can they set up enough on this? Sterling continues walking forward, now going to time lock backwards. The Curse. Just find Cygnus. Got Halberd, Atos finished on Comedy Bronze. There's still a Halberd being built by Wills. Looks like it must be on its way. Or no, they went BKB instead of Halberd. Gonna be a smoke from Bring Me the Lamb. Dragon's Black Death, they are pretty spread out. Dream Coil onto 2, gonna break on Comedy Bronze. Field Raven, the first to go down. Cygnus gonna jump over, follow them through on the Dream Coil. BKB forced out. Survive the Dream Coil. Can they set up on Sterling? Sterling gonna turn around, blow up Does Feecum. Will's connecting now. Comedy Bronze is gonna get chipped down. Poison splits over to Shaza. Will's with the BKB. Shaza just trying to survive. The two carries off on the side having their own fight. Cygnus goes back in with Starbreaker. Sterling looking to get in. 5 seconds to a Chronosphere. This is scary for Bring Me the Lamp. But can they bring down Sterling first? Cygnus ends up going down. The Chrono now not enough mana. The Disperser. As the silence, the blow up, they find Sterling. MH Logia trying to escape from Zac. The Force Staff away. Dragon's Breath doesn't connect. Zac pops the BKB looking to escape. ABG is still on full resources. Zac forced to blink away, so Bring Me the Lamp find quite the fight for themselves. 3,500 gold back their way. Trade 2 heroes for 3. Aghanim Scepter done on Zac. Is the Black Dragon ready to go? Get rid of that wand to keep the... No, actually, it hangs onto the wand. Dishes the axe. Looking for a slot for that Mage Slayer, I think. Also picks up a Mindbreaker. Shaza gonna look to set up on Zac, has the silence. Zac immediately gonna Manta it off. Pops the ult. Right after the Manta, so these are just regular knights.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Zac looking to go hunting with the flying movement. Or just clean up this wave. Get the Manta Illusions. Gonna go look for the barracks. Blow up some mines. Bring the Lamp. Gonna pretty quickly bring down these illusions. They're not gonna get too much damage. Zac jumps up the high ground. Finishes off the ranged racks. Now gonna get controlled up. Has the BKB though. Sharpshooter connects. Gets hit with some mines on their way out. The dragon form will wear off. Mage Slayer now done on Hoodwink, so big damage mitigation available for Bring Me the Lamp. Zac, going down towards the bot side, keeping these waves pushed out. I think RBD mostly just waiting for this next Roche timing. We're gonna get a Satanic just about done on the Faceless Void. 1,000 gold away. They're gonna go pick up a Tormentor. It's a bit of a longer Roche respawn, still minute 45 till it comes up. Guild Raven jumps into the Cold Embrace. Never any doubt they would survive the Tormentor. Omni Bronze has the Solar Crest. Big buff for Dragon Knight and Faceless Void. make them even more effective. Be good on Wills too. That speed boost for extra damage on the bashes. Wills looking at Shaza, but be able to bring down that puck alone. Dragon Knight Illusions up into the high ground again. They get some chip damage on the tower. Get some chip damage on the barracks as well. The Curse comes out. Not doing a lot because it's just on a techies. It's just the supports hitting the Dawnbreaker. The Illusions continuing to wear down these towers. The Siege Creep's helping as well. Raven's Black Death. Looking to keep the pressure up, looking to break into this high ground slowly but surely. Even without the dragon form, Zach gonna go up, finish off the tower. Shaza now. Silence, but goes right back out. Phase shift into the illusory orb. Zach jumps up the high ground, getting the damage out on the Cygnus. Blast off back the other way. Plus Fekum charging up the sharpshooter, not gonna find the Dragon Knight. And Zach just no fear. Get the splash damage going on the supports, both of them controlled up. Taos Fekum goes down and fights back. MHLogia does not have the luxury. Now the Stone Gate is going to get used. ABG standing their ground. Almost Best Girl trying to bring down these heroes, trying to push them out of their base. Bring me the lamp, looking to hold. Shaza can get in on the middle, has the silence.
Dominating, I guess.
On the Faceless Void, Chronosphere ready to go. Strilling looking for a way into this fight. Gonna find it on just the Medusa. That's plenty. Cygnus getting controlled up. Mana getting burned down by Strilling. And ABG will fall. Wills finishes off that kill. And now it's the barracks for Raven's Black Death. Clean up the bottom barracks. Finally get that middle melee barracks as well. The top tier 2 already taken. Zach gonna bring in the creep wave. Strilling. This could be mega creeps here. There's no more buybacks available for Bring Me the Lamp. This game went from 0 to 100. Buyback now for MHLogia comes off cooldown. Cygnus as well. They don't want to give up the mega creeps here, but they're down. It's 3v5. Strilling. Hunt forward. Zach jumps in with Dragon Tail on Shaza. Fortify is out. These barracks just about ready to fall. Still 40 seconds. MHLogia jumps forward, looking for the blast off on Strilling. Fired now, down onto 2 with the fireball. Dream Coil on Zach. He's falling pretty low on this Dragon Knight. There's the Mega Creeps, and Cygnus gonna get brought down. MHLogia controlled up as well. Zach is going to fall. And Strilling finishes off the kill on the techies. And then gets the reverse time walk out. Sharpshooter getting charged up. Wants to find Wills, does connect. Gonna walk that one off. Almost Best Girl is gonna respawn here. Our Raven's Black Death. Do they want to take the 4v3? Wills with the respect. Is a very nice sharpshooter. Do an invis Spirit Breaker. The Raven's Black Death, they respect the respawn of the Medusa. They're gonna back up. Strilling on their way down towards Roche. Second Roche, it's going to be on the Radiant side for another 40 seconds. Aegis and Roshan's banner, if it's taken here. If it does make the walk up to the top side before they finish it, we'll see if that Roshan's banner gets swapped. It's going to roar here, informing Bring Me the Lamp that the Roche is happening, but 2 heroes dead still, off of buybacks. So, nothing they're going to be able to do to contest this. Bashes coming from Strilling, helping hold this Roche in place. Roars again is not happy about getting bashed up by this Faceless Void. It does finally go down. Aegis claimed. Banner passed off to Comedy Bronze. See where they choose to use that. That's going to be a banner on top of Mega Creeps. That is going to be some very beefy creeps.
I'll take that.
Hitting the Radiant base. Harpoon on Spirit Breaker. Looking for more ways to control, possibly also just a way to break through that Lincoln Sphere. Is Zac looking to find Shaza. The Illusory Orb into the Blink away. Shaza survives. There are no buybacks for Bring Me the Lamp. As Zac hunting up the high ground. The Dragon Tail out onto Cygnus. Damage coming through. Shaza looking to control, but the Chronosphere is even bigger than before. It catches almost Best Girl. That's a huge priority target if they can find it. Cygnus now going to look to connect in. On top of everything. With the Solar Guardian, Strilling is actually going to fall the first time. Bring Me the Lamp. They're holding almost Best Girl. Sitting on not a lot of mana, but regenning it back up. And they find it. Strilling in on the back. Now they turn back towards ABG. Can they bring down the Medusa finally? No buyback available for the Medusa. And meanwhile, the Mega Creeps, they're colliding with the base. Jump in from MH Logia with the blast off, but GG called. Ravens Black Death. They secure the 2-0. Move themselves firmly into first place in the division. An excellent series for both teams. Ravens Black Death, they take the win. That was a very, very fun series. An excellent play all across the board. MVP for that one absolutely has to be Zac on this 14-7, 16 Dragon Knight. Like, died the most on the team, but got the most kills on the team. Was just constantly playing on the Radiant side of the map. No fear in the world. It was a really fun, active Dragon Knight to watch. Excellent performance there. Graph, less crazy than the last one. It was very close until it wasn't. Ravens Black Death, they chain together the perfect fights they need. Close that one out. Alright, I am very hungry because I cast this immediately after playing my own series in this league. So that's going to do it for us for today. Thank you so much for joining. We have the other 4 series of this week happening tomorrow night. I will probably be casting one of them. They're all happening at like almost the exact same time, so I'm probably only casting one of them. So keep an eye out for that. Keep an eye on the Discord to see where those other series are being cast. If you yourself are a caster, it's going to be a loaded schedule tomorrow, so we'd love to have you join in the Discord, talk to us, and we will get you set up. Yeah, other than that, have a great week, everybody. Have a good tail end of your weekend. And yeah, take it easy. Have a good one.